Hey guys, it's Stephen Hall with 9to5 Google, and today we're taking a look at the newly announced Honor 8. Honor just announced this for the US market, and it's a really nice phone with a glass back and glass front and aluminum edge around the sides, and a dual camera setup with flash and a nice fingerprint sensor, and you can actually press this one for some short gestures, which I'll tell you a little bit more about later. Along the left side we have the SIM tray, and on the top we have some microphones, the volume rocker on the right side, power button, USB-C port along the bottom, a 3.5mm headphone jack, bottom firing speakers, and yeah, overall the hardware just is really solid. It feels really good in the hand. The software here is EMUI 4.1. We're really looking forward to 5.0, set to come out later this year with a lot of improvements based on Android Nougat. This one's based on Android Marshmallow, and as you can see, just as we saw with the P9, this version of EMUI is just a little bit more clean cut, a little easier to use, a little bit nicer looking than what we saw earlier this year with the Honor 5X. Obviously, one of the most important features here is the dual camera, and as you can see here, we can tap here to look at the different filters for the camera. I can't really show you what it looks like because this room is just not very well lit. But we can also tap here to change to a really cool shallow depth of field mode, or you can swipe from the left to change between a variety of modes, including video, pro video, beauty video, food mode, HDR, etc. And you also can tap here to switch around to the front-facing selfie cam.
Now, there's also a knuckle feature, so say...
There's also some really cool features here. You can program this button to open up apps for you. You can have a single tap, a double tap, or a tap and hold. And there's also a really cool knuckle feature. As you can see here, I can tap with my knuckle and draw a W, for instance, to pull up a weather app, or draw a C to pull up the camera. It's a pretty cool feature. As for specs here, we have a Kirin processor, we have 4 gigs of RAM. This comes in 32 and 64 gig models. An 8 megapixel front-facing camera, as I said. This back-facing dual camera setup is a 12 megapixel camera. As I said, we have USB-C, and the price here might be right. It's $399 starting for the 32 gig model, and the 64 gig model is a slightly higher $449.99. Anyway, stay tuned as we dig in closer. I'm pretty sure they're handing out units as we leave here this evening. We'll be taking a closer look later this week with our full review of the Honor 8, and head over to 9to5google.com for all the details on this device. It's a pretty cool one. Thanks for watching. This is Stephen Hall with 9to5 Google.